This is a King A.D.S music production.
What's up, everybody? What's happening? It's your man. I'm back, King A.D.S, all up in your area, in your ether, in your space, trying to bring you some positive vibration. You know how we do it out here, just connecting the dots, connecting with people, and you know what I'm saying, all about that all the time. I hope that everybody's energized and you're feeling that boss level up power inside of you on a positive note, you know what I'm saying, to accomplish any goals that you have, any challenges to overcome, and that, you know, light shines on your path. You know what I mean? To bring, what do you call it? To bring exposure to the dark, what's in the darkness, to reveal what's in the darkness, right? To better walk upon your path and everything like that. So you achieve what you came to do. And I'm happy to say that I just put a new video up of the footage of the most recent performance that I did out in LA with the Project Blowed fam, Micah 9. It's all love show, open mic, and live performances. Shouts to everybody that was in the building: Roach Gang, DJ Smurf, J Smooth, um, Acid Lab Records or recordings or records, Acid Lab Records, ALR, you know what I'm saying? That's the fam right there as well. Everybody that was in the spot, just amazing, awesome people all the way through and through, and just so much good positive energy. And I kind of want to touch on that, how the power of people's intent, you know what I mean? When it's positive and you come together and do constructive things like that in the community to try to elevate you know, the energy level, and bringing all these people together to use those talents that they have and then come out and be constructive and then share that energy with everybody else. And some people honing their skills and crafts, other people continuing on their journey, doing what they do so well, you know what I mean? So I just wanted to bring light to that. So go check it out, you know what I'm saying? Definitely drop it a like, share it, you know what I mean? Come along. If you're seeing this video right now, seeing me, even for the first time, definitely like the video, as it helps me show up in the algorithm out here. And come along, subscribe to the channel, drop me some comments so I can see you out there, so I can also get with you and maybe support something that you got going on. You know what I'm saying? This is the way I've been choosing to use my voice, or to add this to my repertoire, to use my voice in this fashion to communicate with not only new people, but people that I know and love that's out there already. So big shouts to you all. You know what I'm saying? It's nothing but mad love from your man right here. And you know that I always put a good foot forward to do the best that I can with the resources that I have. I don't have the highest amount of resources to pull from all the time. My resources often get put into necessities. And right now, just to be frank, things are a little slow. So, you know, things like having a nice camera, I would love to have that. But you can donate to the cause. In the description, there is a PayPal link for donations for King A.D.S music, for King A.D.S, so that way I can maybe get some better equipment, maybe I can get some lighting, maybe I can, you know, get some better editing. I can hire some people to do some editing, or other things, you know, like other shirts, products, things like that. I would love to bring to the public to, you know, help get this thing going off the training wheels, and just to give you better product all the way around. Um, but getting back to it, yeah, you can donate there. But yeah, definitely the support is appreciated. You know what I mean? And but right now, also, that's right, I wanted to talk about another topic, which is the gift of abundance, because right now there's so much going on in like music, especially. The last time I touched on the Drake and Kendrick stuff, you know, and I'm like I always say, I'm not too much of a, I'm not into gossip or anything like that, but I do make observations wherever, you know, that's part of life and learning and growing upon a journey and traveling along, and trying to get your own bearings together and get your compass set right. So, you know, the observations are there. And what I do see is, I mean, it's not just in music, it's like across the board, but a lot of people are complaining about, you know, corporate influence, and it seems to be like everywhere, you know what I mean? And maybe there's like, you know, some components in there that become corrupted, and there's an endless, boundaryless greed, it seems, right? And then with that um, shift comes the corruption and other things that we're seeing kind of surface as light is being shed upon it and it's coming to the surface. And so in this, the only way that they had so much influence and power and everything like that is from the amount of abundance that was accumulated. Which, by the way, I was just sharing this, information with another close friend of mine about how I caught on to certain research in historic times when it was documented that people in the lands at a specific time had like they own certain land, like they had certain deposits on it, like mineral deposits or grain, agricultural stuff like that. And they had so much of it in abundance that they became what people called influencers back then. And I'm not sure if I touched on this in another video, but I might have. But so to this day, you have that sort of dynamic play out where you have the people with abundance that have become corrupted. Not everyone is corrupt, but some of them have become corrupted. And now it's almost as if a sickness is taken over and it can't stop with the corruptness, the corrupt activity. They just keep on going, maybe accustomed to certain advantages or whatever. Nevertheless, the key thing is the abundance, and the gift is abundance. And how should abundance be used? There's been, I found other research as well in my times that kind of hint towards saying like there's so many gifts that are bestowed upon you know beings, like we are a being, humans, but uh maybe in a person's life they're bestowed with the gift of abundance. Like for some people, you've noticed that's like money just comes to them easily, like large amounts of money comes to them easily even. And it's not something that they go out of their way to do. They really get it. They're very intelligent and very money savvy, but it's kind of like a second nature. It stands out to them really quickly. Like they're like, oh yeah, obviously you want to do this with this. The same way that you'll hear a musician or an artist will, hear certain elements or see certain elements and put them together as a second nature. Same thing. So some people have a gift for accumulating abundance, and part of the deal, from what I've learned and research and observed, is part of the gift as it's bestowed upon a person's shoulders is to reroute that abundance to help, as that gift was given to him for a reason, probably to help more people break free is the ultimate level, but also to help things along so people can survive, you know what I mean, all together, you know what I mean. Um so that's the whole riddle with abundance. But where you run into a problem with the gift of abundance is when a person has a malfunction and then creates a disproportionate amount of control, or holding too many cards of the, having too much of the cards in the deck in one hand, you know what I mean, in their own hand. And it causes a disproportionate amount of imbalance down the line, as you will start to understand about over expansion, things like that are almost unsustainable at like a mega level, because those resources no longer go back into the community, which those are the people who supported that movement in the first place. You know what I mean? So it caused a disproportionate amount of transfer, which caused an imbalance and malfunctions down the line, as this, whatever these motivations are, whatever the motives are or whatever, but you're giving all that influence to those people and they don't return that back to the area. It just goes back into whatever they're doing. So that's where you start having a problem, and it becomes corrupt, because they want to hold on to that. There's a certain personality, I would most likely, when you hear it break down in that sense, it's kind of like a certain type of personality, maybe a disorder, even possibly. You know what I mean? I mean, most likely, but not like how Kendra said, they not like us, right? So a little different there. You know what I mean? It's a little eccentric, a little bit different. But yeah, nevertheless. So yeah, the gift of abundance in its purest form is meant to help others. set another person free. In other words, how they say, teach a man to fish, you know what I'm saying? So that way he can feed his family, teach others how to do it so they can feed their families, so on and so forth. So to teach abundance is to lend, to have abundance, to lend that abundance to others so they can grow is probably the best way to handle the gift of abundance, and not to hoard it. You know what I'm saying? Because once you hoard it, you're going against nature's intent, which most likely was to give it to you for a specific useful reason or a task that needs to be taken out and that needs to be executed. And just like any other energy that can be received, if one receiver becomes corrupted or is not a good avenue, it will try to find another worthy conduit to express itself through. So it won't just be one person for years with that gift. There'll be many people, if they're in tune and ready for it, they'll take, this energy most likely will take a chance and see if you're the person for the job, So yeah, so that goes along with being the person before you walk through the door. And some people could be great when they come into a certain situation and then be exposed to other stuff and not even understand how they're going to change or flip, and maybe they become corrupted on that journey. Maybe they did start at a high grace and fell from that grace, or maybe they had a rocky past and then turned into something graceful, like caterpillar pillar to butterfly, like they metamorphosized into something better than ever. But yeah, I mean, nevertheless, you have to be the person before you walk through the door, most likely. You know what I'm saying? So you want to be ready. You want to understand the reasons behind all your actions, the intent, everything. You don't just want to simply say things like, and this is what I learned, you know what I'm saying? It's like, that's how, the trouble is you don't want to just be the person that says, I just want to be rich. That's a little bit short-sighted. And I know some people out there may think, oh, you bugging and shit, but I'm not bugging. Your intent. So you want to live, be a purpose-driven being. Your purpose and intent should bring you to these these fortunate situations of abundance, but then that abundance should be used wisely to be spread, or else, because disproportionate amount, one person can only use but so much in their lifetime. What else is going to benefit from it? Who else is going to benefit from it? Or what's the purpose of having all of it, unless you just want to get more and more, and you need to own 3 city blocks to put an over extravagant gaudy house on it that's basically a complex, and just use up all those resources for yourself and your own indulgences. But for what? That doesn't help the community. You just basically, that individual would have came into another promising scenario, got the money to do that with it, build this huge complex or something from the people that are working in the area, and then give no money back to them, but their taxes go up because they'll start using a lion's share of water, electricity, so on and so forth. So you see that there, how it sucks the life out of an area, so we need good people out here to put back into the other good people, or people who are earnest and trying, small pops and mom and pops businesses, and so on and so forth, smaller acts in entertainment, artists, so on and so forth. Those things should be circulating, but that's the gift of abundance done the right way. But in the other way, abundance will be very short-sighted, cut off, and it becomes not, like just selfishness. So yeah, but I just wanted to touch on that. And like I said, man, and definitely don't sleep on the music. Check out all the music. I love to connect with everybody. I'm very thankful for anyone who's coming along on this journey. And all of you are great. You know what I'm saying? I see some of you rocking with me real tough. I really appreciate y'all. And man, stay tuned. I got more on the way. And make sure you like the video, subscribe, come along. And yeah, next time. Peace.